All right, guys, welcome to the first episode of Just Tucking Around. I'm here with my friend, Anthony Sousa.
What's good?
How you doing, Anthony?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
I'm glad to be here.
Yep. It's an honor for first one. I'm so excited. So the reason I started this is because, well, at the time of this recording, we're all kind of quarantined. We got this coronavirus starting up and all school's online. I got all this extra free time. So I was like, hey, why don't I just get a little creative and start something, have some friends come on, just talk for a little bit and post it. Hopefully people find enjoyment in that because I spend my time watching YouTube, watching podcasts, watching everything. So
Yeah. It's crazy because we have literally nothing to do. So when you brought this up to me, I was like, I'm so down. Like,
yeah, I was so excited because I was like, oh, this one's gonna be so much fun.
yeah, I can't wait.
You hear my dog?
Yeah.
All right. So we actually only met in person one time before.
Yep.
And it was when I visited my good friend, your roommate, Eunice.
The semester, yeah.
Yep. And that was what, in January?
Yeah, it was like right when we moved in.
Yep.
Like the first few weeks.
And that was my first time in a dorm area because I go to UMass Lowell and I live in Lowell, so I just live at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty cool to see that kind of environment and visit some friends that I have up there. And I met you. We pretty much clicked right away. Like,
dude, I heard so much about you beforehand. Like Kim talked about you and Eunice talked about you a lot.
right.
And they would always say like, oh, like we always talk about music and stuff. I was like, oh, like he seems kind of cool. Like, and then Eunice just told me, oh, like Tucker's coming over in an hour. And I was like, oh, cool. And when he came over, I was like, I have no clue what to talk about with him. And then we just started clicking over like my vinyls and we've like
Right.
played Madden and shit.
Yeah, I had like just gotten my record player for Christmas, and we had like the same exact one, and we were just like looking at them, and then we were just playing
dude,
video
I was
games.
wondering the other day like who has my record player, because I was like someone was talking about it with me. It's really good.
And then ever since that day, we just started like we'll just text each other stuff like randomly, like if a
new
song
music,
comes out,
anything.
yeah, whatever.
You would just send me random songs from like Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah.
Matt, like I'd be in class and be like, oh, dope. Like I'm about to listen to this.
But yeah. So since we're out of school now, what's your quarantine routine been looking like? What have you been up to?
Dude, so I usually wake up around like 10 or 11, which is insane because I've been staying up so late recently. Like the earliest I've slept is like 4 since we got out of school, which I don't know. I'm not sure why. I'm not really like stressed or anything. It's just been happening. And so like I wake up, do my daily face wash routine. I got like this whole like set. I make some breakfast, some food for my sisters, feed the dogs.
Yep.
And then I just
What
binge.
kind of dog do you have?
I have 2 Malteses.
Oh, sweet.
It's so annoying though. They bark so much. I'm surprised they're not barking right now. But I usually just binge whatever show I'm on.
Which one you been watching recently?
I just finished watching Westworld. Like I just caught up on that just because the new season came out.
What's that show about? I've never seen it, but I've heard nothing but good things.
It's basically it's like far in the future, and these guys created this world where there's a bunch of hosts, like robot hosts that guests can come into.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of like preset storylines that when guests come in that they could literally do what they want in this world. Like you can go in, you can go to like a whorehouse or something, or you could go to like a bounty hunt. Like you could do whatever you want, but it costs.
So it's kind of like a video game type.
Yeah, like say you're playing like Red Dead, like you walk around, like just shoot whatever, like you do whatever you want. But the hosts, like the robots, start remembering their old storylines from like the years back, and they start like gaining consciousness, and it's just like it's almost like a Terminator type thing.
Oh, okay.
But the show takes a different turn, and it's pretty good. Season 1 is amazing, but season 2 is kind of iffy.
Mm-hmm.
The start of season 3 has been pretty good. It's only been one episode so far.
Oh, okay.
But Aaron Paul's in it, and Kid Cudi too.
Oh wow! Oh, I gotta watch it then.
Dude, yeah,
Yo,
I was so surprised when I saw it.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I'm excited for the new episode. It comes on Sunday.
That's sick. When I first met you, the show I had just finished was Barry. I binged it, the whole thing in 2 days. Dude, with my brothers.
So good.
I love that show.
Dude, I finished the first season and I was like, there's no way they can top this. But then they came in the second season and absolutely blew me away. Like,
it was a great season.
It was so good. And one of the details I noticed, because I rewatched it a lot because I showed my dad and like my cousin and stuff, and I just love rewatching like shows, is that when the second season starts, it shows Barry like in costume getting ready for his new play that they're doing. Mm-hmm. And he comes out of darkness. But at the end of the season, when he goes on like that huge, he goes back right into darkness after he realizes what he does. Like, it's so good.
Like the season starts, he's like trying to put away like
his life.
His life. Like the first season, it's been his whole life where he's just been like a killer. And then you come into
follows orders.
Yeah, and then he's like, then he tries to get out of that and like just live normal. Mm-hmm. And then in the last episode, he just goes haywire and just goes on his killing spree. Then just goes back into that darkness. Nice symbolism right there.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about the third season yet. It usually comes out in spring.
I was expecting it to come out soon. I haven't seen anything.
But maybe Corona like put a stop into it. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that.
A lot of production has stopped for a lot of shows.
Euphoria season 2 was like just starting. They had like just started, and then they had to cancel because of coronavirus. The new Batman movie just had to cancel.
Yeah, and now Euphoria might not come out till next year, I heard. Mm-hmm. Which kind of sucks. I was looking forward to it.
What has your what are your online classes like?
I don't know yet. I'm still on break.
Oh, okay. So you're on vacation this week?
Yeah, they basically told us that right after spring break, we're gonna have another week off. So I'll have this upcoming week off again. But teachers have been sending me stuff like online midterms and stuff because they got canceled the week of when the virus just started hitting. So a bunch of tests got canceled there. So now we have to do it online. But I'm not really sure what it's going to be like. But my friends have talked about it. Like he has an Italian class at UMass Lowell, like an online lecture. And he says it's so weird because it's just him and 9 people in the class. So they all just have to constantly talk. Right. He says it's the weirdest thing he's ever done.
Yeah, so for me, I've had this like, we're using the same app right now, Zoom, where like, and some of them we use a different one, but it's very similar, where you have the whole class in on a group chat. And the first time, it was so weird. Like, it's just like everyone just like rolls out of bed. They're like sitting in their bed. One girl was like eating cereal. It was like before class started. I was like, this is so weird.
That is so weird. But what's crazy is one of my friends that goes to Columbia, they just got an email saying that their semester is going to be a pass-fail. So there's no grades anymore. It's either just they're going to pass and fail. So like their GPA is just going to stay.
Oh, so the GPA stays the same.
Yeah, which it could be amazing for some people, but the people that are like grinding for that GPA, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. I don't know how I would feel about that.
Yeah. I mean, my GPA is kind of I don't know.
I've been kind of some classes I do pretty good. Other ones I'm just like scraping by. Like you just got to do what you got to do to just not have to take it again, but also
it's just like classes that I'm not fully interested in. It's just so hard to commit to.
Yeah, for me it's just like math. I hate math. But
I'm a whole math major, dude. Like I have so many math classes. I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. We both love film and movies and TV shows. So hopefully like a directing job or something like that would be in the future. for both.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use this notebook here that I just like write a bunch of stuff in. Like I have a bunch of notes and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
just like of like stories and like how to make characters, how to like develop stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just have like so many ideas, but I just don't know how to go on with it, you know?
Yeah, from like all the videos I've watched and like interviews and stuff, they're always just um, like you just gotta, like when you get stuck, like you might need to take a break, and then you just gotta continue to make stuff until it's like perfected, and you just
Hmm.
go over it again, you go over it again. But yeah, it's gotta be good once you get like a scene down or a character done or a plot point or whatever, and you're like, okay, I'm good with this. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, one of the notes I have here. So for the coronavirus stuff, when it first started, did you think it would evolve into this?
What it is now,
Yeah.
like I just started so bad. When coronavirus started like coming up, I was like, there's no way they're gonna keep us away from the dorms. Like there's no way that it's gonna escalate to that level.
Right.
And then they gave us an extra week like off, like I said earlier, and I was like, oh, maybe they're just like playing it safe. But then the first day off that we had, they were just like, yeah, we're just canceling everything.
So
And
you're off for the whole semester too then, right?
yeah, like we're just doing online classes for the rest of the
For the rest of
semester.
the year. Yeah.
And what's crazy is the week of like our last week of school, we went out to Chipotle, like me, Joanna, Ricky, like a bunch of my friends. And while we were at Chipotle, this is the day that I just felt everything shifted, bro. Like
Hmm.
it was the day that we found out like Tom Hanks got corona.
Yeah,
And
that was
then
crazy.
that was when everyone
That
was
was
like,
the moment when people were like, whoa, wait a minute. And then like 10 minutes
yeah,
later, it's like, oh,
the
there's
NBA. Like
Rudy
that's what,
Gobert has it
dude,
on the Utah
I
Jazz.
I was freaking out. I was like, this has to be fake. Like, why is this happening all at once? And then
And
the
now like
next
all
day,
these NBA players have it.
yeah, like
Marcus
there's
Smart has it.
Marcus Smart and then Kevin Durant. There's four
Yeah,
players on the
Kevin
Nets.
Durant,
Man,
bro.
there's two players on the Lakers too. I wonder who
Yeah,
that
they kept
is.
that private.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
When it first started, I was like I heard like the stuff in the news where like, oh, like what's happening in China and Italy, that's gonna
Hmm.
happen here. And I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be that bad. Like,
Hmm.
how is it gonna spread that fast? But it's like, man, this is like a vicious virus. This is
Hmm.
insane. Um, I remember seeing like the pictures of just like completely empty grocery stores. And I was
Yep.
like, that like what is the need to go get all that food? Like the
What does it need to
stores,
go get all the toilet paper?
bro, the toilet paper makes no sense.
No sense. That's the most confusing part.
A virus breaks out, and the first thing that old people think about, because in the pictures, it looks like a lot of old people. I mean, it's probably young people doing it too. But
Yeah.
the first thing they're thinking about is wiping their ass. Oh, there's a flu virus going around? Bro, we got to get that toilet paper. What is that mindset? Where did that come from?
When I heard that on Twitter, I was like, I don't understand what they're doing.
Like, everyone
really
loves
don't.
to talk about what their like apocalypse starter pack is, and no one ever puts toilet paper in it.
No
But
one.
it actually happens. That's the first thing everyone thinks about, I guess. So
Did you see the video in Italy where like men were just lining up to get their beards shaven off?
no, I didn't
Because
see that.
apparently if you have a beard, you have all like these dead skin cells that you can just catch. You have more of a chance of catching the virus or like any type
Oh
of
wow.
virus. And then as soon as I heard that, I was still at school and I heard that people were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna start shaving." I was like, "Bro, I'd rather catch the virus than shave this. Like, it's been going for so long."
Wow, I've never heard of that before. Wow, that's so
No,
weird.
yeah. My uncle texted me about it, and I was like, "That's crazy," because we both have beards, and he's like, I might shave." I was like, "I don't know about that."
Um, I guess one of the theories of why it was so bad in Italy, and it still is because one, I guess it's like in their culture that like older people like live in their homes.
Hmm.
So like the reason the death rates were so high there is like when young people would get it, they were near old people way more than like other countries. And then
Hmm.
another thing is when they like greet each other, they kiss each other.
Yeah.
So they just like
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
like they're so like
I never thought about that.
yeah, so like well they don't they like kiss each other on the side and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
man.
So
Yeah.
they're a lot more like it spreads like easier obviously that
Hmm.
way. So yeah, that was so this whole it's just a crazy time.
It is. It is.
We got
And now California's on lockdown. New York is about to be on lockdown by Sunday, I heard.
mm-hmm,
And apparently Massachusetts is going to be next because I heard my friend actually told me his dad's a firefighter and he has a friend in
mm-hmm.
the National Guard. And he was telling his family to stock up because like Homeland Security is apparently going to tell the National Guard to come to Massachusetts and quarantine for at least 2 weeks. Like no one's going to be able to leave their homes, which is insane to me.
Leave their homes or leave their like can you
No,
go outside in the yard like
no, yeah,
like
I
my
don't know.
dog's got to pee.
No,
So like no driving on the roads and stuff and like
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah. I
The
just
other
saw someone on Snapchat post something about that too, but I have no clue.
I won't be surprised if it comes sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're just trying to, what do
Are
they
you,
call it? Slow the curve.
are you stocked up? Like, are you prepared?
Bro, we run out of food so fast in this house, me and my brothers and the dogs. And
How many brothers do you have?
I have two brothers.
Damn.
We just like my mom goes shopping for food. And then like 3 days later, or 2 days later, we're like all out. Like all the good stuff.
I'm dead. I just have
Um,
two sisters. They love baking, but they never touch my snacks, so I'm good.
do they bake good? Do you take advantage of that?
Yeah, dude, they made brownies today. I was like, hell yeah! I woke up to brownies. I was like, cool.
It's awesome. I can't cook. The only thing I make is toast.
All I can do is bagel bites.
Yeah. So with this whole lockdown, we have so much free time. Just stuff like this. I figured this is a perfect opportunity. I had that next to my notes. So I just want to touch on that again. I just wanted to say that so I get that out of the way. I touched on it earlier. And then
what do you do in your quarantine? I don't think you told us.
oh, at first, so basically like when we got out of school for break, like this was before like it was definitely like something that people were talking about, but it wasn't like a huge worry about stuff happening here. And I feel like within like that vacation week, it was just like this past week. So not this week, but the week before, like last week. And that's when it started like getting crazy and everyone was worried. And that's when all the NBA players started to get it. And then we got to notice that like school was like, they were going to postpone going back until April 3rd. And I was like, oh, okay, that's like 2 weeks. And then like a day later, they were like, no, it's the rest of the semester now. Like, we're just going to go completely online. And then, so I was like, damn. So yeah, ever since it started, my sleep schedule like was horrible for like a while. Like I'd say for like a week, I was like, I wouldn't fall asleep until like 10 a.m. because I would just stay up all night and then I would finally get tired at like 10 a.m. And then I would sleep until like 5 or something. So when my mom would come home from work, she'd ask my brothers like, oh, well, like what was Tucker up to today? Did you do anything? Because I was like, she just thought I was taking a nap. They're like, oh, he slept all day. So then she would come in and she'd wake me up. What are you doing? Still asleep? I was like, oh, I've literally only slept like, I was like, I didn't even sleep all day. Like I just slept like I didn't sleep like through the night and all this time. Like I was trying to explain that to her. Like I didn't sleep like 20 hours.
Holy shit.
And she was like, you got to figure that out. So
yeah. No,
I just did like that 1 day reset where you just like stay up all day long.
Yeah.
And then you're tired at night. So I did that and I've been pretty good for the last few days. And then I've just been chilling. Like I haven't even really gone out much at all. What were you going to say about sleeping?
No, I was just gonna say my parents, they always wake up for work around like 5:40, 6 a.m. So every time I'm up like these past few days, I like pretend I'm sleeping because my dad will be tight if he sees me up that late. Like he's always like, what are you doing up this late? Like
what are you still doing up? Yeah.
Yeah, like he's always like that. I'm like,
and my mom does that too.
Every time the light turns on and I have like my PlayStation on or like whatever, I like go like I'm like the Flash, bro. Like I turn everything off so fast. I just jump into bed and wait. But then when I usually do that, like they always that like puts me to sleep. Like I pretend to sleep and then I just knock, which is crazy. But,
So Tom Brady signed with the Buccaneers today.
sad.
How are we feeling about that? Yeah. Why do you think he left? Or why do you think we didn't I don't know. Do you think he wanted to leave, or do you think that we didn't do enough to make him want to stay? Like, what do you think the situation was, if you had to guess?
I think this goes back 2 years ago.
Okay.
When the whole Jimmy Garoppolo thing happened, where Robert Kraft basically told Bill Belichick, I prefer Tom Brady, and just traded off Garoppolo. And I heard a lot of rumors. That was the year that we lost the Super Bowl to the Eagles.
Yep.
And I heard a lot of rumors about how Belichick basically lost that game on purpose just to show Brady that this is my team and not yours.
I heard that rumor too.
You heard that too, right?
I watched a video or something where someone. We probably watched the same one. Did you watch it? Did you watch it in the video where the guy was like, I think the title was like, did Bill Belichick lose the Super Bowl on purpose or something?
I watched the same video, dude. The same one.
I was like,
and it showed like Belichick like just walking around and like Belichick's always like, trying to get them.
In moments in games where he would normally be screaming in the Super Bowl,
he was like, quiet.
He was quiet as a mouse in times of like where they needed something. Like things weren't looking good, and he was quiet as a mouse, and he was like not he just didn't seem himself. There were like, I don't know, maybe a few play calls or something that they said were just weird. Like trying Brady catching a pass, I guess. Like people were like why would you think of doing that? I mean, if it worked because it was so close to working, it was sick.
So close.
But like it's so risky.
That. Yeah.
I mean, but Belichick's known for doing trick plays and stuff like that too. So
yeah, that didn't even it caught me off guard, but it was like I thought it was a good play. Yeah, it just didn't work out. But in the video, there's a part where Brady's just trying to get everyone to like get hyped up, like trying to get the team like rallied.
Right.
And he looks where like there's a video where like a basically like a wide view where you can see when Brady is doing this, and he looks towards like Belichick's way and immediately looks away. Like, you know, when you have like tense moments with your parents and you just don't want to look at them kind of. Like that's what I kind of got from that video. It was so weird.
One of the points that I think he made was like, the reason was like, Brady like, no, I got this. Like, this is my team. We win because of me. Like, I'm not a system quarterback. And Belichick took it as like, oh, really? Let's see you win a Super Bowl all by yourself then. I'm out. Like, I'm going hands off. Go win it. Go ahead. And then he didn't do it. So if that was actually true, that'd be ridiculous. That's such a conspiracy, though.
That's such like a 30 on 30 thing. You know what I mean? 30 for 30. Like, I want to see that episode in the future.
Oh, I know there's going to be so many, like, they're already starting the conversation of, why do you think he left? Is there something behind the scenes we didn't know about? Why would you go 20 years and all of a sudden decide to leave?
Yeah. But honestly, for him to reach his 7th, to stay at the Patriots the way that they're looking currently with their roster, it looked improbable other than the fact that we had Belichick.
Right.
Like, our receivers are like iffy other than like Edelman. And like
Edelman's injured
Josh
every
Gordon.
year.
Yeah, literally. And our O-line is like it's pretty good, but it's like iffy. But the Bucs have 2 good receivers, an amazing O-line. Like
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are ridiculous. And if they actually add Antonio Brown, which I heard Brady is like trying to push for, and from what I heard today was I was watching one of the shows, and they were saying how like they want to give Brady like some roster control, like, or not control, but like he like
LeBron
he can give input. Yeah, like he can he can give advice to the GM or like tell them his preferences. And so yeah, if they get Antonio Brown, they're gonna be ridiculous.
But it's almost like the beginning of this season. Like we all thought that we were gonna go for the win for the Super Bowl. We had Josh Gordon and
and the defense, the Patriots defense, when we were like undefeated, we were like 8-0 or 7-0 or something like that. Yeah, we went 8-0 and then 4-4. But like when they first started, people were like, "Is this the best team ever? Like, will they go? Will they go? Was it 20-0 if you win the Super Bowl?
I think it's 7. With the Super Bowl,
17 and then 3 playoff games.
we got divisional round, AFC, and Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, it's 16. Oh, so it would be 19-0 because it would be
Oh yeah.
16
'Cause
games.
we have a week off.
Yeah. So like, will they go 19-0? I was like, damn.
In the beginning of the season, I was all for
in
that.
the beginning, when our defense, I think they went like 5 games without allowing a touchdown or something crazy like that. I'd have to look back at the stats.
I remember when you remember the boogeyman, like how like the Patriots like they
were
would call
promoting
the boogeyman. Yeah. When that started happening is when everything started like going awry.
They got a little cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of that. But I don't know, man. Like Kyle Van Noy left. And now they're saying that Deion Lewis is gonna join the Bucs. Like he wants to join the Bucs again, team up with Brady again. I don't know. I'm gonna still watch
everyone wants to join the Bucs.
Yeah.
Wherever it's like LeBron, wherever Brady goes, wherever LeBron goes, everyone wants to play with them. They just make everyone so much better.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So, what do you think the Patriots will do going forward?
I was about to ask you the same thing. I heard that we're either gonna like Belichick. I doubt Belichick is gonna want to tank. There's no way. Like he's just
he's gonna go for the playoffs.
Yeah, there's no way. But what is it like? Jared Stidham? Is that his name?
Do you think we'll end up going with him?
I'm not sure because we have a lot of picks and Belichick wants to like trade for more picks just to get a lot of like a young like roster type of thing.
I would honestly, maybe his idea could be we play this season with Stidham and we get a low enough draft pick in the next one where we could end up getting Trevor Lawrence in the draft or someone like that.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be good.
We'd be set for the next 20 years after that.
We would.
Someone like that. They're saying he's like the best thing since Peyton. Like that number 1 pick, like that much hype around him.
Yeah.
Be crazy.
But I don't know. It's like do we even know if the NFL season is going to happen at this point?
Yeah. I mean, there's a chance it could not even happen. MLB is supposed to be like starting like pretty soon. They don't even know if they're going to have a season now. NBA doesn't know if they're going to have playoffs. It's like crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if you watch soccer, but soccer has stopped. Like when Italy first got it, every like Juventus game, or like an Italian team, like team Ronaldo's on.
Yep.
They just stopped playing, and they're like, "There's gonna be no games just in Italy." And they're like, "Okay, like we'll find like other stadiums to play in and whatever for like because there's a huge tournament called Champions League in Europe, and it's like the biggest clubs just play. It's so entertaining to watch, but they just started playing games without like fans, just like 2 or 3 games. But then players started getting coronavirus, and they're like, "Okay, we just got to put an end to this." But they don't know when they're gonna come back, and they don't know if they're gonna come back even this year. My dad was telling me like he doesn't even know if we're gonna go back to school this year. Just like the way that like because my
you mean like the rest of the calendar year, like even in the fall?
Yeah, he was saying like he doesn't know what they're gonna do for like high school because
for high school, yeah.
They're out for a month.
It sucks for high school kids because at least in college, like, I mean, I think they can like count it as like a redshirt year, or they can get an extra year or something like that because there's a lot more flexibility there. But for high school kids, like my brother's a junior right now on the baseball team, and it's like that's the year colleges look at. So like if he wanted to like play at some sort of collegiate level, then like he's kind of screwed out of that experience.
That really
or they would just have to heavily look at his senior year in colleges that already have commits or like are looking at seniors to add. Like they're just all screwed. It sucks.
Crazy. It's crazy how it's affecting everything though.
Yeah.
Like, literally everything.
Like it just like everyone like is realizing like how like grateful you can be. How grateful you should be for like everything that we have.
Yeah.
Like puts everything into perspective.
It really does.
So I watched Parasite the other night.
Dude.
Bro, that movie's ridiculous.
I heard so many good things about it, and me and my friend Lucas, which you should meet, you'd love him. we always talk movies and stuff because he's a movie geek just like me.
Yep.
And as soon as he watched it, as soon as the movie finished, he texted me immediately and was like, stop what you're doing and try and find an illegal like version of Parasite just to watch.
I know on the internet, find it, yeah.
Yeah. I watched
it.
I watched it the next day. And when I was watching the movie, I was so like intrigued on where it was going.
Mm-hmm.
And should we get into spoilers?
Everyone, if you're watching this and you haven't watched Parasite, watch Parasite.
Watch it.
And then
best picture.
Bro, that movie was so cool though.
It was so cool.
It had like a Tarantino-esque ending. I don't think we should spoil it because I want them to watch it.
Yeah. It's just the way that the movie starts, you think it's going one way, and then it just flips on you.
It flips.
I love like dead in the center of the movie too. And like from that point on, it's just like a roller coaster that you just can't stop watching. It's insane.
I loved every single second of it. And I liked how they built it up. It seems like so normal in the beginning. And they build it up. You're like, oh, I kind of see where this is going. And then, it's a great movie all around. I loved it so much.
It was so good. Have you watched Jojo Rabbit?
Yeah, I just watched that the other night.
Really?
Yeah, I literally I watched those two back-to-back nights. Because I was like, those were on my watch list for so long.
As soon as I watched Parasite, I watched JoJo too. Because I just love Taika Waititi. So I was like, that's just something I needed to watch. And when I first saw the trailer for that, and I saw him playing Hitler, I was like, okay, this has to.
Yeah, because from the things, the reviews I was watching, they were like, this is the most lighthearted movie about Nazis you'll ever watch.
Yeah.
And it really was. Like, it was like it was like a kid's movie pretty much.
Yeah.
But it was great. Like, I still loved it. Like, I mean, it's probably not for kids, but it was like that lighthearted feeling about something so horrible that was going on.
Yeah. But there's a certain part, like the first half of the movie kind of, it's all like lighthearted, but then as soon as you start reaching like the main plot where he finds like the Jew girl and whatever, it starts getting like starts putting everything in perspective, like for what like she like all the Jews and what they had to go through and stuff. And then the twist at the end.
And then also him trying to like figure out like, but he's bought into this propaganda so much, and then his brain wants to tell him one thing, his heart tells him the other thing, and he's got to decide. They do a good job.
I love that. I love this one scene where he just has a notebook and he's like, draw where your kind is from, and he's like, show me where you're all from. And she just draws him, like his head, and he's like, that's where we live in your heads, like because that's all they think about is like
both the little boy and the girl in it were so good.
So good.
Yeah, they're so good.
I love the ending too. It's so cute.
Yeah. Everyone has to watch Jojo Rabbit too. You got to watch Parasite and Jojo Rabbit before the next episode.
Or you're getting spoiled.
Maybe that could be a thing where we just when next time I have you on, like we both plan to watch a movie, we come back, we review it. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be fun. I'm down for
that. Last thing I want to say before we close out is the Weeknd dropped an album.
Dude,
bro, what do you think about it?
Every time someone releases an album now, I approach it with like a different mentality. Like I don't really expect a lot, because every time I expect too much, even if the album is good, I always get disappointed. So like
hype, it never lives up to the hype. Yeah,
never.
Like even if it's like the best album ever,
you always compare it to something else, and you're it wasn't as good.
Because you're comparing it to like your expectations. So if it's not exactly what you're looking for, it's not going to be. You're not going to think you like it as much as you really do. And then
when he announced that he was like dropping and he was releasing the singles and stuff, I listened to every single maybe like 1 or 2 times. Like I told you that the other day or yesterday, and just to get a feel of what the album was going to be like. But I didn't want to over listen to it and have like a certain like expectation.
Right.
But when I started listening to it. It gave me like he's just had like so much like I don't know how to explain. Like Starboy was so poppy and like spacey and like
I still loved
electronic.
it though.
It was good. I
I
liked
still
it.
loved it.
But the way that he took that and like mixed it with like House of Balloons, it's kind of like
His
House of
old
Balloons
sound,
stuff.
yeah.
Yes, it works so well. Like it was so good. And there was some songs that just like popped out and like stood out for me, like Scared to Live, In Your Eyes, like the sax solo and In Your Eyes caught me so off guard.
Someone tweeted they were like, The Weeknd just did with that sax solo what Kanye tried to do on Jesus is King, but way better.
So much better.
They're like, they just put Kenny G to shame.
No, but even the interlude, so toxic. Such a toxic interlude. Like if
he has this one line on Faith where he says, "If I OD, I want you to OD right beside me."
beside me.
I was like, "This is some Romeo and Juliet shit. This is insane."
It reminded me of another Weeknd song where he was like, "Oh, was it Wake Up?" Like with Travis Scott, where he was saying like he doesn't want to wake up. Oh, I forgot what it was, but as soon as he said it, it reminded me of that song. I'm about to look up the lyrics just to see, but
those two together are undefeated. Pray for Love is like one of my favorite songs. I love that song so much.
I love Rodeo.
Yeah, I think that's the best trap album of all time.
Yeah, it's so good. I need it on vinyl, no cap.
Yo, I need that too. The next one I want to get on vinyl is Currents.
Oh,
Tame Impala.
Yeah, I need to get what? It's the album of Arctic Monkeys that has Fluorescent Adolescent on it. But I always forget it because it's such a long...
Oh, I've been listening to so much Arctic Monkeys lately.
Really?
Yeah, like, I've always known, like, a few of the singles, like, Do I Want to Know and stuff, but I've been listening to just that album specifically. I didn't listen to any of the other albums yet, but just that album, I've been listening to it so much. I love it.
AM for me was... I didn't love it as much as the others. Yeah, like it felt like it was kind of made for them to like blow up, kind of, even though they were already kind of big. But Favorite Worst Nightmare and Whatever People Say I Am, I'm Not, like their first two albums, like
I gotta go listen to them.
It's so good. Like I have I think I showed you on like when you came over with the Arctic Monkeys vinyl, like the one that kind of looked like those ash and had like the cigarettes on it.
Oh, okay. I think I remember you showing me something like that.
Yeah, that album is so good. Like, have you ever heard of Marty Bum? Like that song?
No.
You would love the guitar riff in that. It's you should listen to it after this podcast.
That's by them?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll listen to it.
But going back on The Weeknd, that song Repeat After Me, like the interlude, where he's just saying like, if you're thinking about me, you don't love him. When I first heard that, I was like, this man is so toxic. I love it. I love it.
He's like he's like Future, but with a falsetto voice.
Holy. I'm about to see what he said in Wake Up. Oh, he said, you decide if I live or die. When you're close, I'm alive, I can feel the sky. I want your body close to me, and if I OD, I'll be alone with no heartbeat. When he said just the OD part reminded me of what was the song? Faith?
Faith, yeah.
Yeah. It just
I feel like this album is one that like I like in like first listen and I want to get to know it more, and then like a month from now I'm gonna be like, this album's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Like, this is so good. Like yeah.
Every album that gets me geeking off the first listen, I know I'm gonna love even more in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Like the last Tame Impala album that just came out like a month ago or something like
Posthumous, I forget what it's called.
No, that was one of the songs. It's called The Slow Rush.
Yeah. The posthumous song I was talking about, that's one of my
Posthumous Forgiveness. That's a good song.
Yeah, that's my friend's favorite song. That's why it came up in my head. But no, yeah, I haven't the Lil Uzi drop didn't do much for me.
I didn't like it as much as I wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be so good. Like I was so excited for that album to drop, and when we finally got it, I was just
I
like
was just like,
kind of underwhelmed.
yeah, I don't
Because
know.
you know what I like? I like what was his 2017 album called?
Lil Uzi versus the World.
Or was it Love Is Rage 2?
Oh,
Or,
are you talking about the one that has like The Way Life Goes?
yeah.
Yeah, that's Love Is Rage too.
That's the Lil Uzi that I love. The like
Yeah.
melodic singing, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like that's what I like. And now like this album was all like that, like I don't know. Oh, I had a name for it. It's kind of like punchy rap. It's like it's like super quick. And
Yeah. It's
I
just
mean,
it's not something you could vibe
it's like
to.
really punchy. I don't
Yeah.
know. I like the more melodic Uzi.
Mhm.
That's what what I wanted. But
A lot of my like top Uzi songs were all off of like Lover's Rage too. Like in my like 2019 like playlist, even in 2019, it was still in like my top like 100, even though it came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah. All right. I think we've been talking for at least 45 minutes. So we can wrap it up. It was great having you on. I'm so happy that you're my first guest. And
I'm glad to be on.
tomorrow, I don't know when this one is going up. This might go out tonight. This might go out tomorrow. But right now it is Friday night, and tomorrow Saturday, I will be recording with my good friend Patrick Coughlin. So everyone look forward to seeing that one.
Tune in.
And hopefully we see Anthony soon on here, or as everyone likes to call him, Sousa. We see Sousa soon on there. And all right, have a good night, everyone. And have a good night, Sousa.
See ya.
All right, see you, man.
Ooh, look at my diamonds, look at my drip, yeah. Ooh, I'm getting blessed, I feel like it's a dream, yeah.